Hello, this video is going to be about YMAX, stock ticker YMAX, and where it could be into the future. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you might have noticed that I've drawn a box around this July 3-week downside movement, and I drew a yellow line into the 4th week, and I transposed it to where I thought we could go into the future 6 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago. Anyway, I transposed it forward and I said, well, this is where we could go into the future. So lo and behold, we broke below our targets of 1441 and a lower target of around 1247-ish. And I stand by my statement of before, where 1441 was a nice decent dollar cost average. We were outside of the regression line at the time. I said at the time. Well, now I lost. How about I undo? Anyway, we're back in the regression line, and today, or this week, we have rejected 1441 technically with this top wick, and over here this was a bottom wick, so that's technically support on this level. So 1441 is clear resistance as far as I see it in the future. The indicator down below has removed the green shaded area, which is technically a buy. So we're waiting for a cross up. The RSI is now back inside of the Bollinger Band, which means that YMAX could go lower into the future. Some stocks that are in YMAX that could affect it could be Netflix. Now I drew out this I keep saying June. I'm sorry. Have drawn out this head and shoulder pattern on the weekly chart, of course. And I don't know if you use TradingView, but I have posted multiple posts into Netflix saying where I could see the price could go into the future. So if you never catch a video, you can catch me posting on there as well. But I said 970 is a level, 960 is a level. If it held 980 on that day, it would test 995. All these levels are easy to find. They are the weekly close or opens and wicks and all that good stuff. They're there. You just put a line on them, and they could be the price target in the future. But there's more to that. But we'll get into it. So that's Netflix, and I like Netflix. But GME had earnings. Now, what I see for GME is going to blow your mind. I think GME could continue to go up to around $37 here. A few things that I see going on with GME is that they're in the upper regression line, so that's good. But I also posted about this. If we go to the monthly chart, I thought we were going to get resisted around this 20 SMA. Above at around, it was 28.25 the other day. Today it is 28.32. We closed above it, but after hours, they came out with news, and the stock went down a good $1.25 or so. Anyway, but what I see is that there's a indicator issue. If you use the stochastic indicator here and you draw channels around the high and the lows, just like a stock, right? You get locations, and right now we have a potential location to where the stochastic is coming up. Let me draw it in for you right now. The stochastic is coming up. Okay. So this could get rejected and toss it back lower, or this could go blast right through this upper channel and send the stock higher. So if it gets rejected, I say that there's going to be a lower rejection on the charts. But if it blasts through this channel on the below side, the test where its entire conglomerate of 3 channels all mixing together in one location, I think that will send the top of the top side of the GME price to around the top side of the regression channel. If it keeps going after that, it's anyone's game. 40 maybe at the extreme. If it clears 40 and holds 40, then yeah, then because the top of this stochastic over here is around $37-40, the top of the regression channel. So I think there could be some it's anyone's game. If it clears this channel and doesn't get rejected, it's probably going to go up to $37. So the SPY. So the SPY is kind of unique. I made this little chart. So if you draw a little box around a downward momentum over 2 or 3 weeks, and you draw a ray along if you copy that box and move it up and above and below the box and put a ray at the top, at the extremes of the box, the likelihood of the stock hitting there in the future or using those levels as price actions are greater than not. And then if they double up, you get a higher potential of hitting those prices into the future. So I've circled these locations into the future. So what we have on right now in front of us is that the price is in one of these debacles right now. All right, one of these little target ranges it's literally stuck right in between these two targets. And then these two targets, like I said, if you just simply draw a box and you copy that box above and below, and then you put a ray at the top, at the extremes, those are your extreme price targets. And that's all we really care about. We don't care about any noise in between. But when they do line up with previous closes, like this box right here, lined up with the previous close box, now that could be of some concern. And the fact that we hit that price in the future means that the back testing of this could actually come in handy for people trading stocks like this. So like, this is a long-term thing. This is a weekly chart. So if you look on the weekly chart like this, so we have price targets above at around 616 and 620. Now before that, if you use the levels of these boxes that I did not draw in, you're looking at 608 resistance, 611 resistance, and 613 resistance. Now, I don't expect us to go up without any good news. So let's look below. If there's nothing but bad news in the future, we got these two levels down below of 550-ish and 548, right? And then if it breaks through that, 542 at the extreme. Any more extreme, we're starting to look at the end of the world here. 531, oh my God, 515. We're getting nuked by who knows who. 503, and of course, I circled down here 492, 488, or 489, and 486. Now, I assume if we hit these lower targets of, oh my God, it's probably, there's something wrong with the world, like it's ending. People, but it does line up with the regression channel. All right. And I've been speaking about how the stocks could move back into the regression channel. But as we move sideways, the regression channel gets higher. So these lower targets become more obsolete, hopefully. Now, these lower targets are close to previous highs. It's still in the game, and all of these moving averages are lining up with it as well. So we're looking at it. I mean, if it continues this downward trend here, oh dear Lord. All right. They line up perfectly for May, June, You know, that's if we go straight down for the rest of the time. I don't think we're going to go straight down. I think we're going to go sideways. Sideways is good for everyone. All right. Now, this is a weekly chart, even though that the channel goes down into May. I don't think we're going to go that deep. Maybe I should read. That would suck if we did, wouldn't it? That would suck if we did. I don't care. How about here? There we go. This is kind of like a downward channel that I could see that. Even then, July 490, that's crazy, man. But it hits this target too. It hits targets all the way down. It could go up from here. Let's be optimistic. It could go up from here. Look at this upward channel. Yeah. And then it could hit 618 by May. Yeah. All right. X does it. Bitcoin. Bitcoin. I think it might be an inverse cup and handle to where we could retest 84K again. Don't you just love 84K Bitcoin? It's like the perfect number. I think it should just chill there for a while. Wouldn't that be something if 84K is like, hey, 84K?